Like, hey gang, Shaggy here. Scooby-Doo and I get to go on a VIP tour of Warner Brothers Studios. Like, this is not your ordinary tour.
Hey, Scooby-Doo! Hey, Shaggy! Welcome to the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. We're going to be showing you this 110-acre lot, some incredibly historic sets, and hopefully we can scare up some resident ghosts.
Like, no way, man. Let's just stick to the tour. Yeah.
Come on, guys. Hop aboard. Let's go take a look. Okay, just a couple of simple rules. There's no eating and no drinking.
Like, no eating?
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later. Come on.
Now, the first set you're going to see here is called Hennessy Street. It was built way back in 1980 for the musical Annie with Carol Burnett.
Cool.
And it's an amazing set. So much has been shot here lately. Starsky and Hutch with Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller. The movie Gremlins.
New York Minute with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. It was 1876 San Francisco for that. We can change it depending on what we put on the windows. All sorts of signs and props to make it look like a different time period. There's no doorknobs on any of these sets because doorknobs are actually part of the set dressing. Depending on the time period, you have different types of doorknobs. And rumor has it that the set builder who built this set still lurks somewhere in these sets, making sure that nobody changes his original design.
Like, Scoob, this place gives me the creeps. Creeps.
Hey, guys, come on inside and we'll check out how these things have been constructed. Come on.
Like, no way am I going in there. You said that place was haunted.
Oh, come on. It's fine. Don't be scared. Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Like, no way, man.
How about 2 Scooby snacks? Okay, come on. Now, the outside of the sets look like a normal everyday city, but behind, it's all a facade. The interior scenes are all done in sound stages. There are catwalks to go to the various windows. We can put people in the windows, or we can hang curtains and put lights up to make it look like these rooms are actually occupied. It's actually pretty creepy back here. Let me show you some more down here. The wind tends to blow all these doors open and close during the day.
Like, what was that? I don't know.
Sometimes it's not just the set builders back here, if you know what I mean.
Yikes!
Come on up here. This is pretty cool.
We put all sorts of window dressings on the windows to make it look like there's an actual room behind here, but as you can see, it's just wood.
Like, this place is cool. Hey, Scoob. Well, rule.
It gets really big back here.
Boy, I tell you, Scoob, this place could hold a lot of Scooby snacks. Hey, Dean, how tall is it?
It goes up about 5 stories, so we use these steel beams to keep everything stable and in place. And you know, sometimes when you're back here, if you look up in the rafters,
right?
You can see one of the ghosts of the set builders.
Like, did you say ghosts? Yikes! Oh! I'm right behind you, old buddy!
Hey, there you are. Isn't this cool? Just on the other side of the building, we were in a completely different city, and now we're in this contemporary downtown plaza with the mountains of California in the distance.
Zoinks! Did you see that? Yeah.
One of the coolest things is about the transitions between the sets. Come on through here. You just walk a few feet, and you pop out the door, and ta-da!
This is Tenement Street.
Like, wow!
Looks a little grimy and run down. Actually, most of this is brand new. We just make it look old.
Pretty cool!
All these bricks are plastic. We press them out at the mill. So many things are shot here. It's got an amazing history to it. Hey, would you guys like to see the jungle? Come on, hop aboard. We'll go to it.
Like, yeah! Anywhere but here, man!
Away we go. They're building a set over there to the right. It's going to be a brand new New England type of town. So we always hear construction going on here because we're constantly changing the sets and building new ones. But this is the jungle. We've got this empty lake right here. We can fill it up. Only takes about a day to fill it all the way up.
Far out, man. Yeah.
They used to have a pier that went about a third of the way into the lake. There was always a little guy in the end going, "Let the plane, boss, the plane." That's Fantasy Island. Let me show you around. Take a look at this rock formation right here. They built this for the movie The Goonies back in 1985. And they left it up. It's got a great waterfall that goes down the center. There's an upper and lower lake that trickles down. There's a cave you can actually crawl into. And they did this really creepy spider movie out here. And when they were doing it, they used hundreds of real spiders, and they had them all accounted for. And when they tried to finish up the movie, they couldn't find some of them. So we think they're still lurking out here. I'd be careful if I were you. Cave? Bet you there's spiders in there. Want to see? Come on. Come on through the cave. Careful here. Ugh. Spiders.
Zoinks!
I hate spiders. Hey, where's Scooby-Doo? Hey, Scooby-Doo! Where are you?
Over here!
There he is. He's over by the cart. This is the toughest tour I've ever given. We're gonna head on back to the lagoon.
Like, yeah, let's get out of here!
Scared of spiders.
Well...
This lake they used for the movie The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise and Ken Watanabe. Ken Watanabe's character, Katsumoto, lived in a house on stilts in the middle of a lake in Tokyo, and they built it right here. It was also used for some scenes in Free Willy 2, the sequel to Free Willy. They put an animatronic killer whale in that lake. They dyed the waters to match the ocean where they shot the real killer whale, and then they did close-up shots of the kid riding on top of the whale. It's much safer that way. Also, the bamboo planted around the lake was planted there for the television series China Beach. And in the last few days, they've been prepping this area for a new movie with a sea monster. Should be pretty cool.
Like, there it is!
Come on, you guys. Let's go over. We're going to go hit New York Street. This street is actually the oldest street on the lot. This whole street was transformed into 1877 Tokyo for The Last Samurai. They literally grafted the sets to the front of these buildings and put dirt all over the streets to make it look like a dirt road. But this has been Los Angeles, Chicago, San Francisco. We call it New York Street, but it's been every city over the years, and some fictitious cities too, like the city of Gotham. This right here was Commissioner Gordon's office on the old Batman television show. Every episode of the show, the Batmobile would pull up and they'd run up those steps to see Commissioner Gordon. They shot that once. They used it in 72 episodes of the show.
Cool!
This area across the street here was a little park area. It's been Central Park for episodes of Seinfeld and also for Friends, and Golden Gate Park for Suddenly Susan, and it was just recently a cemetery for the Drew Carey show. They can so easily make it look like a different city just by simply changing the signs on the walls. This is made in the sign shop. It's actually just a little styrofoam, and they stick it up there. It's very temporary because we know we're going to tear it down and use it for something else. And we even have a little cafe right here on the street.
Cafe? Oh, boy. Like, now you're talking, Dean. Like, hey, where's all the food, man? Yeah, the food. Like, I think we've been tricked. Dean, what happened?
Sorry, it's a facade. It's not really a restaurant.
Like, hey, man, didn't you say one of the largest sound stages in the world was over here? Like, we'd love to see that. Yeah.
There it is, Soundstage 16. Pretty big, huh? We did all the storm sequences for the movie The Perfect Storm with George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg in there. We had a 65-foot fishing vessel mounted to a motion base in the water, and we had 16-foot waves going on for 3 months. It was really rough. They did the big pirate ship from the movie The Goonies in there. So many big movies shot in there.
You know, that stage is almost as big as my appetite.
Hey guys, this is the property house, and props are anything that's not nailed down to the set. So that could be tiny little thimbles and paper clips all the way up to huge pieces of furniture. This is one of the largest in Hollywood. It's 250,000 square feet. Come on inside. Many of these pieces along here are actual antiques because Jack Warner and his wife were pretty enamored with antiques, and they went all over the world looking for estate sales. When they found something they'd like, they'd buy everything in the mansion or the estate sale and send it back here. Even faces on paintings we can change. The face on that painting was changed for a movie a few years ago. That was painted to look a little bit like Sandra Bullock for the movie Practical Magic with Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. And then all the futuristic furniture over here was last used in the movie AI. Can you hear that? Sounds like ghosts.
Roast? Where? Like, this place gives me the creeps.
This is a 4-story building, including the basement, every inch of it covered in props. And this building has a very interesting distinction of having the largest collection of actual thrones sat on by kings than anywhere in the world. Let me show you where they are. Now, we've climbed all the way upstairs to the top floor, and I'll show you off all of those thrones I mentioned before. Some of these are great. Check them out. See if I feel very royal. Where are my subjects? Off with their heads.
Yeah.
Some great stuff in here. Come on into this room. This is cool. This room's got a real eclectic mix of stuff. These big Egyptian pieces here, they look like they'd be really heavy, right? Not heavy at all. They're made out of styrofoam. They're just carved into styrofoam. We do have a real one, though. Come on over here. Look at this. This is an original sarcophagus from ancient Egypt, and it was brought over in the glory days, the golden days of the studio. It's amazing.
Like, I wonder if Dean's been hiding those Scooby snacks inside that sarcophagus. Yeah. Like nobody's home. Let's get out of here. Yeah, now. Like, wait for me, Scoob.
So, how about one last stop, and then we'll get a Scooby snack.
Okay.
All right.
You guys are standing under the now very famous Warner Brothers water tower. It's 133 feet tall, and originally it was over at the main gate, but back in 1933 there was a pretty big earthquake that damaged the legs, and they were worried that it would fall over onto the firehouse, which is really not a good thing. So they moved it out here. They got it all retrofitted for earthquake.
Wow.
Doesn't have any water in it now, because that's where the Animaniacs live. You know those guys, Yakko, Wacko, Doc. Hey, thanks a lot, you guys, for coming on the tour today. I think you'll recognize this. It's your car from the first Scooby-Doo movie. And, you know, I've been promising you Scooby snacks all day.
Like, wow.
I just happen to keep a stash in here.
Oh, boy. Give it to me.
Want one?
Yeah.
Catch.
Like, don't forget to visit the Warner Brothers Studios VIP tour. It's not that scary.